we're going to start with affiliation. Affiliation means how affiliative is the dog with the primary handler. Ruby cares nothing about me. She's not affiliative. It's also important to note that in a shelter setting, dogs, at least when they first arrive, and oftentimes even throughout their entire stay, their cortisol level is raised. That is a stress hormone. So if I were evaluating your dog at home, it would very likely be much more affiliative than this with me. Now she's starting to come into me just a little bit. See, she's just kind of trying to get away. She's like, how can I get out of this? I'm not affiliative. Again, not a fail. She's a shelter dog. Let's see if I can get her attention. She did take a treat. That's awesome. Still not very affiliative, so now I'm just going to sit down, see if she'll come into me. Yes. Very much more affiliative. This may look like height seeking, but she's actually licking me, so that's very affiliative. When I sat down, she got much more interested in me because I wasn't so tall. Ruby! Good girl. Good girl. She's still not all that, but she did come and investigate me. Now she's more interested in what's happening in there. Not terrible. She wants to go see other people. And remember, there are other people standing out of the video line of this, so she's interested in them. The tail is not under her belly, so she's not afraid. She's just not really affiliative. The next part of the assessment is to check off to see if the dog already knows any command, if it's had any prior training. 72% of the dogs in the world know sit in some fashion. You'd be surprised how many will respond to this. They might know plots. Somebody might have used German. So we're just going to test and see if she knows anything already. Ruby! Come here, baby. Ruby, sit. Sit. Hide seeking. That's hide seeking. Ruby. Sit. Now I'm going to give my secondary handler this part. This is when the secondary handler takes the lead after the affiliation test. She's going to keep me safe in case Ruby gets funky on us. Ruby! Come here, baby. Come here. And sit. Yes. Do you think she knows it? Yeah. I think she's had some prior training with it. Now we're going to see if she'll give us a down. Down. And I think she absolutely knows down. She was a little reluctant to do it because she's stressed. Sit. And down. Oops. Sit. Down. Yes. Good girl. The entire time you're doing a behavior assessment, you need to be talking to the dog. This is where you can go wrong. You get so caught up in what you're doing, you forget. Communicate with the dog. Tell them they're a superstar. Yes, good girl. Okay, the next portion is body handling. And you're going to start with ears. You don't want to be leaning ventrally over the dog when you do this. So I'm going to do a little more height seeking. I'm going to sit down. Ruby! So that I don't seem threatening. Come here, baby. Come here. And I'm going to handle her ears. And then I'm going to handle her paws. And I want you to notice where my hand is. She's checking me out. This will keep the dog from being able to bite you if you're holding them here. You've also got your secondary handler who you need to trust. One paw. One paw. Another paw. Another paw. I'm going to pinch a little bit because, honestly, is they're going to do at the vet, what a child will do. Good. Good girl. Now I'm going to check her mouth. So we can look at her teeth because the vet would do this. Good girl. She doesn't love it, but she's letting me do it. Good girl. Now I'm going to do entire body handling. Just to handle her body and see if she has any spots that she doesn't like. Notice the tail position is between her legs. It means she's a little bit uncomfortable with this, but she's certainly allowing me to do it. She's not trying to bite me or anything. Tail. And I'm going to hold on to her tail. Please. I just want to see if she even checks out my hand while I'm holding on to her tail. Kids will often pull tails. This is very normal. Every dog will check out what you're doing. Sometimes they'll do a urogenital. She doesn't care. I'm going to pull just a little and I'm going to keep holding on. Doesn't care. Okay, the next test is called a hug. People do this to dogs. Quite honestly, most dogs don't love it. It's very important when you're doing it. I'm going to give you these. If she seems uncomfortable, you can be feeding her treats. Your secondary handler can always be loading treats to the dog. So, get down with her. As you put this arm under and around the chest, turn your face away and this arm goes over. And you just hug them. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. She doesn't love it, but she didn't react. She allowed it, but she's like, okay, you insist. So that was good. The next test I'm going to do, and I'll do it down here and I'll do it standing up, it's called a muzzle U. This is a calming signal you can give a dog. What we're going to be looking for is dominant, like that they flip my hand off, or active submission, which means they just go down with it, or passive submission, where they try to get it off but don't really do anything. That is active submission. She's not caring now. She's doing a little passive submission, but she really doesn't care. And then she gets lower and lower. That's active submission. When they get lower and lower, it's active submission. No flip off, no nothing. So we're good about that. Now I'm going to try it from a standing position and see if she does the same thing. Ruby, come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Good girl. You're being a great girl. Remember to talk to them. Do it from standing. Active submission. She just goes lower. She's like, okay, okay, take it away. Done with that part. Now, I'm going to do what is called dominance lean. This is typical human rude behavior, but you want to see if they will allow it or try to muzzle punch you. Ruby, come here. Ruby, come here. Now, I'm just going to, and Charlie's going to hold the leash pretty close and down, just in case she tries to come up at me. Proper positioning for your secondary handler would be in a squatted or sitting position, holding the leash downward so they can pull that dog down if they try to muzzle punch you. And I'm going to get over here, and I'm just going to lean forward, and I'm going to stare at her right in the eyes. Ruby, you look at her. Very submissive. Very submissive. Not even holding eye contact. This dog is very shy and insecure. A dominant or confident dog would be looking you right in the eyes. She is not. She is looking for a way to get away from that. Which says that's what she would do to another dog that walked right up on them, right up on her and tried to be dominant with her. Okay, now we're going to do play. We want to see how quickly the dog can settle and if the play is proper, if there are any body checks. If she slams into me, that's a body check during play. If she mouths me a lot, or if she becomes over-aroused. It's much easier to see over-arousal in a male dog because they'll have penis crowning. Arousal can turn to aggression. They're very finely linked. So what I'm going to do is try to get her excited. Get her, play with me, play, 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 play. And this is what people do when they play with their dogs. So I'm kind of acting stupid. We want to know if this dog is going to be okay with kids. So I'm going to act erratic. Hey, Ruben, give me that. Hey, Ruben, come play with me. Come play with me. Come play. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Come play with me. Come play. I'm going to get your tail. Oh, play with me. Oh, play with me. Oh, play with me. Oh, get that ball. Oh, get that ball. Let me have that ball. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here, play with me. Oh, la, 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 la. Hands over the head on purpose to see if it freaks her out. She doesn't care. La, la, la. But she goes to Charlie, hide seeking. Get me away from this crazy woman. That's what she's saying. Ruby! Come here, baby, come here. Get her face. Get her face. Good, get the ball, get the ball, get the ball. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Come here. And give me the ball. And now we want to see if she'll settle. Ruby, sit. Yes! Superstar. Superstar. Give. Sit. And a shake off. I just stretched her a little bit. That was a beautiful settle after play. That means this dog has the ability to play, 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 and then just settle right back down. So, safe with kids that are a little bit rambunctious. This test, this portion of the assessment, and notice I'm trying not to say test because it's not a pass-fail. Also, there are way too many variables to call this a test because this dog may evaluate or assess completely differently once it's in a home. So the industry is trying to get away from temperament tests and call it behavior assessment. This is to see if she gets frustrated. Hold the food down. Oops. Sit. Yes. She comes forward, I put it back up. See if she gets mad. It's my food bowl. This is going to check for any food guarding. As you can see, there's dry dog food in here, but we've mixed in cat food. I use cat food because typically dogs don't get cat food, but they might get canned dog food. So it's something new, and they're going to be like, I want some of that, and we need them to engage in the food. So we've already shown you that she was fine with frustration. So now we put it down, and you start with the ASACA hand. You start to touch the dog's body while she's eating. Touch her head, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't care. Da, da, da. She disengages and actually stops a little bit. Now she's continuing. I'm moving it around. She's not wolfing down the food, but she's not disengaging. So I would say do a little work with that. When you do enough of these, you learn to get a feel for the dog and trust your gut. I do not believe this dog will bite me in my heart. Okay, now we're going to test Ruby 2 and see if she has any problem with me actually touching her face, or this food with my own human hand. Use caution. If you saw any lip curling, freezing, hard eyes when you were using the ASACA hand, don't stick your hand in here. And you'll learn, after many, many dogs, the feel for a dog. Come here, Ruby. Come here, baby. And you just touch them. Touch her ears. Yes, and you need to feel really confident, secure when you're doing this. Your secondary handler will be looking for any caution signs, warning signs. Is she freezing? Is she lip curling? Here we go. Yes, good girl. Will she let me take it away? Yes. That was a very good assessment for food. This dog would be fine with people in the home. She has no problem with you touching her food, and there's cat food in there, so it's very high value. Good girl. But I'm gonna take it away now. We're gonna give her, see if she wants that. Give her that, and you again start with the ASACA hand. You start to touch the dog. Her body's a little low. She's trying to move away from me. See what happens if I try to touch it. Belly. Now, oh good. Good girl. Good. She wants it, but she's gonna let me have it. Now her body's a little low and her paws are on each side of it, which tells me that she's thinking, this is mine. That doesn't mean that she's gonna try to hurt me for taking it. Yes, good. Nope, no problem at all. Sit. Yes, good. Yes, I'm gonna try the dominance lean again just to see. Sit. Ruby, sit. Okay, lure. She doesn't know it real well. Sit. Sit. What you're looking for is anything that might look like she's about to try to muzzle punch me or get in my space, but she's not. She's just looking away. So she's good. Now I'm going to try the duck claw and see if she likes it better. Good girl. Good girl. She doesn't know what to think of it, so let's let her get engaged. You always want to let them get engaged with the item. Okay, she cares nothing about that. Give. Thank you. Fine. Really good. Okay, now we're going to try with a toy. Come here. She's very play motivated. I love that about this dog. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Get it. Nope, don't care. She's more interested in the other people. Good girl. Give. Yes, good. Here you go. Squeaky ball. You got a squeaky ball. Get it. I'll give her back to you. Get it. Yes. Good girl. Let me see what happens. Take it. Thank you. No problem. Okay, so the next thing is going to be prey drive. I prefer to have a remote control furry animal. Right now I don't have one. So I'm going to use this little thing and just see what she does. Doesn't care. Get over here and engage in it a little.
No. Put the toy there. It'll move.
Doesn't care. Okay, let me try the flirt ball. The key with this is to try to make it look like something running along the ground. See if she cares. Very normal, nothing wrong with that. Good, good. Good girl. Not trying to kill her. That's all I want to know. Do I want to kill this little fuzzy thing that's moving? No, lost interest. Okay, this is going to be a startle test. I don't want her to see me drop it. We want to see how quickly she recovers or if she even cares. That was beautiful. She doesn't care. I've seen dogs flatten themselves against a wall and never recover, at which point you have to stop the assessment. They shut down after that. Done. No more. This will be dog breeding. You want to do it in an ark. You want to do it in a big area, preferably outside. These are two females. One has had puppies not very long ago at all. You don't want to force them to meet. So I'm going to kind of go in an ark. There we go. Oh, good. Ruby is a little bit rude, but we got some mutual urogenital checkout. Really good. You gotta remember, do not pull the leash tight when this is happening or you will cause off. That was a dominant, but it was play.
Oh, Mama.
She's playing, but it's a dominant play. Mama doesn't care. Mama has walked away. What is important about these two dogs, this is a young dog, not even a year old. This dog just had puppies. She may very well try to correct Ruby for her behavior. She's also a little bit, her focus on behavior is heightened because she is a new mother, and so she's a little bit nervous. We have pulled her away from her puppies, which are up at the shelter. She's wanting to get back to them quickly. So, and Ruby is all over the board, very confident in play. If Mama, which is what we're calling her, does correct Ruby, it's not necessarily aggression, it's teaching. She's teaching her, back off. But I got nothing bad here. That Mama is like, I've about had enough of this puppy. Good, good. Good, yes, good. Nothing bad. Mama wants to get back to her puppy. What I would say about this Ruby, she needs impulse control training. She needs it badly. She's going to need it soon, and she's probably going to need it for a while. She's a puppy, and she's a confident, dominant breed. And she's very muscular, so she needs a strong leader. She needs a good obedience training so that she can learn to control those puppy impulses, because she didn't stay with her siblings long enough to learn it. So somebody needs to teach her that, and then she'll be perfectly fine.
Healthy respect. I think that would be the term. I think that's good. That does sound too. not real bright. Hold on, hold on. She's done. Yeah. Oh, that's cat food, kiddo.